went to Rome.
That's right.
You see, it sparked my spirit to be like, well, you know what? The Lord is going to be with his men in all situations, you know.
Right.
So when I brought that up to Atazawam, his spirit jumped on him, and he was like, well, we can make a series out of this. You know, so Lord willing, this will be the first installment in a series going into the Imanawa'Ahla files, right?
That's right.
Emmanuel, right? The Emmanuel files, right? God with us is what Emmanuel means.
Yep.
You see Yahushua in this particular account dealing with Paul. So as we continue to comb through the scriptures and come up with other ideas and other accounts with our forefathers in sticky situations, but the Lord being with them, you know, and each account is what boosts our faith. But matter of fact, can you get Romans 15:4 real quick, Baba Kashaw?
Yep. Romans 15:4. Perfect. This is a perfect intro. You got it? Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's right.
Right, because when you go into these accounts, you see all these different times where the Lord delivered his chosen men.
Right.
And we believe that we're the Lord's chosen men.
Right.
You know? Just like Elder Malcolm would say, risking our freedom and our lives to do so, which is to bring this word out.
That's right.
You know? And you see our forefathers when they were under the threat of imminent death, to where they was like, look, I'm more afraid of the Lord than what's sitting right here before me.
Right.
You know? And that's the spirit that we got to be in. That's the spirit we learning how to be in. Mm-hmm. You know? You got something?
Yeah, real quick, since you just said that, where is that? Is in the gospel. Don't fear what man can do, but fear
those that can kill the body.
Yep,
Just type
yep.
in fear kill body or something like that. It'll come up.
Yep. Fear, kill, body.
I got Matthew 10.
Yep. Because what the elder just said, you know, we coming up into times where Esau, he's gonna make his move, okay, and he's gonna do it by the way of his draconian law measures. And as we're leading up into more prophecy, what's happening is Esau, he's getting more bold in his technology, okay, and within that's gonna bring in a lot of persecution to the church. All right, so we see the articles, we see the videos of the what do you call it, the DARPA. The dogs that got machine guns, the flies that explode, you know, all that technology, which to the flesh it is fearful. That's some shit that'll fuck you up, you know. But you gotta remember that Imanawa'Ahla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, God the Most High, is with us. You see, Yahushai said He will not leave us comfortless all the way unto the end. Okay, and that's with the scriptures, and that goes into the protection. Okay, so this is Matthew. I'll read it. Matthew 10:28, and it says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather
we got examples of that.
Yep.
We got examples of that. You know, the Lord didn't fear those that could kill the body. He feared the Heavenly Father more. You see, because the proof of that is the Garden of Gethsemane.
Yep.
You know, he was in the flesh, trembling and afraid. You see, but when the Lord didn't answer him, that's when the Spirit kicked in. Okay, well, I got to do this.
Right.
You know.
That's right.
You got it.
It says, "And fear not them which kill the body." Yep, because they have on the books, and Trump made mention of this. I don't know if it was beginning of this year or last year, but he spoke about the guillotine. All right, if I'm not mistaken, if that was Trump who spoke about the guillotine.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was a couple years back.
Okay, a couple of years back. Okay, and what is that? That fits prophecy, Revelation, the 20th chapter. And you want to grab that real quick too? 20:4. Okay. "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." You see? So our fear, Salakia,
You got it.
our fear is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Our fear ain't in flesh. Okay, our fear ain't in the scripture says earth and ashes. Our fear is in the higher power, man, because ultimately He kill, He wound, He bringeth to the dead, you know. And overall, the Lord has said He's gonna protect his elect. He's going to make good on those that fear him. Okay? You got it.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verses 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
So this is a part of this truth. Okay? This is a part of the truth where we may risk, like Elder Yatazai just quoted Elder Malcolm, risking our lives and freedoms to do so. This is that sacrifice. Romans 12:1. We're presenting our body as a sacrifice to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, go ahead.
And it says, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image.
Because that's the time that is coming that they're gonna want you to bow down to this system, to this way of life. All right, and eventually that's the image, right? The Roman Empire reincarnated all over again. Its laws, its philosophies. All right, it's democracy, homosexuality. All right, everything that comes with that beast system. This is what this devil is going to try to get us to worship. Okay, and read it again.
It says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua,
right,
or for the word of the Most High.
Right,
and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua or Hamashiach 1,000 years.
So the elect is gonna ultimately reign with Yahushua if they hold fast, if they stay true to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, and don't worry about who's gonna take the body, because the Lord takes their spirit and He's gonna give you a new body. Yeah. So ultimately, whether you get killed or not, the Lord is still gonna be with us.
Yeah, with the woman in the Maccabees, she said the same thing. Yeah.
Ultimately, the Lord is gonna be with us in these last days, man. So there's nothing for us to fear.
Hey, check this out though. You see how many examples we done came up with within the past 5 minutes? Because we got all these accounts to lean on, so we'll know how to deal when it's our turn.
Yep. That goes
and
back to
turn is coming.
That's
you
right.
Know what I'm saying? With that Revelation 3, it said, I keep those that kept my word.
I get it for you.
If you keep my word, I'm gonna keep you in the hour of temptation.
That's right.
You know, and just like that in Revelation 20, like I just read, that's going into the whole situation from Revelation 13.
Yep.
You see, to get your head chopped off, to say no.
Yep.
It talks about in 13 the beast operating the mark. In chapter 14, it goes into those that don't take it. In, those that take it. In 15, it goes into those that don't take it. In 16, it goes into the northern sword. You see, and the Lord is going to be with us through all of that.
Man.
You see, that's set up. That's set up for those who don't believe.
That's right.
But you just like we have several volumes for this particular series and topic.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, well, that going back to that precept you just made mention of, was that Romans 15:4. You know, and let me go right. I want to go back and get that real quick. Bible Kushai. I want to go back and get that real quick. If this computer stopped tweaking.
I got a precept.
You got a precept? Go ahead.
Yeah. This is 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, "For the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love, and of a sound mind." You know, in the precept.
It's talking about what the Lord gave us.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of a strong mind.
That's right.
You see, now those people that were given the spirit of fear, there you go. Because see, their fear is in man. Their fear is in those that can kill the body. Are they?
That's right.
We already know. We already know based on the scriptures and based on what we learned from our forefathers and foremothers that death is temporary.
Right.
You know, you'll be back.
Yep.
When Esau, I would say, if Esau drop you, he don't got no plans to bring you back. And even if he did, he can't.
He can't.
They try to put your spirit on a chip and do all this old goofball shit.
Yeah.
No, nigga. The Lord gonna give us a whole new body.
That's right.
And then program it to be righteous.
That's right.
So if I gotta stay here, I will say, if I gotta stay here and deal with Esau's plans, then God don't take me to the spirit world, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Taking the mark, accepting the mark and taking it don't ensure victory.
Right.
It's just gonna make you worse.
Yep.
Now you trash with a chip in your ass.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you destined for, and that's destined for destruction. That's destined for the missile. See?
Yep.
If you get that charagma, that incision, that's destined for destruction, man. No matter, I don't care how many cookies you get from the damn grocery store, you gonna die. You know?
Check this out. I know this is a little out topic here, but I got this fucking smartwatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed the other day when I was charging it up, all this activity, red lights, green lights, all that shit, just flashing and doing all this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I couldn't imagine this shit doing that shit inside me.
Inside your body. Radiation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bro, this shit counting my steps, it's tracking my water, it's tracking my sleep. Only thing I can't do, well, actually I can, because I got the Samsung Pay and all this old goofball ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right here.
Yeah.
All right here.
Your life.
But they want to put this in you.
Yeah.
You see? And they close.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The Lord is with us, man. So we're not going to fold in that day.
Right.
Lord willing, we those men.
Yep. That's right.
It's just fight on.
You got it.
Fight for the truth unto death.
That's right.
You never know. The Lord might give you strength in those last hours. You know.
That's our hope. Our hope is the Lord is gonna give us power. Our hope is the angels gonna come down.
Yeah.
You know, our hope is, we're ultimately gonna get protected. You know, but I want to.
We even got to counsel some of the men that the Lord chose that supposedly supposed to die a brutal death and didn't feel no pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Antipas when they tried to burn them. You
Yep.
see the three holy children.
Yep.
You know,
That's right.
they didn't feel no pain.
That's right.
So we also got that. Now, if I gotta take the pain, Lord, give me the strength to bear it.
Yeah.
You see? But if it be your will, Father, do what you gotta do. If I feel pain or if I don't, use me, Lord. That's it.
That's right.
Both possibilities are on the table.
Yep.
You know, if I got to feel that pain for the Lord willing, I'll have that zeal, the same zeal I have now in that day.
Yep.
You know?
But that's the read that last part you just read about the mind. What did it say?
That's Salaki. Spirit of fear. No.
Yeah, he didn't give me a spirit of fear, but what is it? A
sound.
sound. Yeah, a sound. Yep.
2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear,
Right.
but of power
Uh-huh.
and of love
Uh-huh.
and of a sound mind."
And that's the most important thing right there, is that having that sound mind. See, going into the persecution, the Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, you got to have a sound mind, meaning a spiritual. You got to have a sound goes into a whole, all right, which is ultimately going to a healthy. The healthy, the health is Yahweh Shai. He's that physician. So we're going into this with a sound mind, understanding all the possibilities, but understanding as well that the Lord is going to comfort us in these situations. And you know what happens with us now from when you first wake up into the truth, no matter how many years you've been in this thing, you should have examples on the Lord coming through for you on these little levels. Whether it's your rent getting paid, whether it's you being almost getting into a car crash, whatever it is, the Lord has showed us signs that He's always with us. Seeing 144, you know, you can wake up in the morning and you look at the clock and it's 144. You could be driving and talking about something spiritual with a brother and you look to your left and it's 144. Those are signs that the Lord is showing us that He's with us.
Shit, hey, I mean, not to put your business out there, but the Lord did that for you yesterday.
Yeah.
You see that key on the keychain.
Yeah. yeah. Hey, Jake's caught hell.
She was going crazy. Yeah, she was going crazy before you saw it. Hey, me this morning, bro. When
Yep.
I started work this morning, bro, when I tell you every single call that I took, they was bringing that heat for you, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shit, I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk some water, threw a little prayer up, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Shit, before I knew it, the calls had slowed down and I was out the phone by 2.
Yep. See?
But from 8 to 9, oh shit, man. That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be that kind of day.
Yeah. Man, hey, my day started terrible. It started terrible.
Small victories.
Man, them small
We take
victories.
the small victories.
Just, look, yeah. I was going through hell, occupation and in a semi and delivering and truck was going down. Had to wait 4 hours, 6 hours. I ended up doing an 18-hour shift, man. The entire night, midway in the night, I turned behind me and there was a key behind me that said 144. I didn't even know it was behind me the whole night. You know?
Just waiting on you to see it.
Just waiting on me to turn around and then just, hey, all praise y'all by Shemel Shai. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. But let's get to this Romans real quick. I want to go back over. It say Romans 15:4. And after this we can jump into the Paul, Acts 23. It says Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. And that's the scriptures. These manuscripts, right? These different stories collected together. The Lord has given us all of these books, all right, to learn from. He's given us all of the prophets, all of their situations, hell, even the faults. He's given us everything. In fact, Yahushua spoke about the steward that can get the steward that brings out his treasure, old and new. Mm-hmm. See, in this time, we have the Old Testament, what is known as the Old Testament, and the New Testament, and we have all of these stories that we can learn from that Yahweh Shemel Shai was with his men.
That's right.
You see? For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So that's why you got to read. All right? That we through patience, which is what goes back to sufferings. All right? That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So when you reading this, you ain't just reading like a fucking novel that you got from the goddamn that you got to read as an assignment from school. You reading
Jake read it like a comic book.
Yeah. You got to read this that these things are gonna happen in your lifetime.
Right, like it's a fiction novel.
Right.
No. This book is non-fiction.
Right.
There's nothing fictional about this book.
It's real.
These accounts happened.
Yep.
And they gonna happen again based on prophecy.
That's right.
You got it.
Yep. That's why I say we through patience and comfort of the scripture. That's what the scriptures is for. The scriptures were set up to comfort the elect in the times of now. Yeah. That's why the scriptures.
We say that all the time in Dallas. That would say the Bible is for the prophets.
That's it.
All you other motherfuckers just got one.
Yeah, right. Y'all reading it without the understanding, man. It's sealed into y'all. This is for our hope. This is for the elect's hope. We hope that we pray that we are part of that number. But this is for the scriptures was set up to give us hope until the end. Okay?
And it's working.
And it's damn sure fucking working. It's damn sure working, man. Call on Yahweh Shemel Shai. You got a precept?
Yeah,
okay.
This is 1 John 4:13. I want to take it to 19. It says, hereby
I'm sorry, repeat that again so I can put it up.
1 John 4:13.
1 John 4:13. All right, you got it.
It says, hereby know we that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his spirit. A part of the spirit is the word, right? The words. It says, and we have seen and do testify that the Father sent the Son to be the Savior of the world. Whosoever shall confess that Yahweh Shai is the Son of God, the Most High dwelleth in him, and he in God. And we have known, because that's our message, right? It says we're witnesses. Yep. It says, and we have known and believed the love that the Most High hath to us. God is love. It says, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in the Most High, and God in him. Mm-hmm. It says, herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Mm-hmm. Because as he is, so are we in this world. It says, there's no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. All right, so we had a perfect love for Yahweh Shai, in which that's dealing with obedience. Okay, all right. It says there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment.
That's what I'm saying. Love being the keeping of the commandments, being obedient to the best of our ability. You see, so that type of love Just like pursuant to Romans 8, says, nothing shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You see, that love is not given to everybody. Everybody don't understand that love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember an old phrase they used to say back in the day when I was a kid, when you being nosy and you asking about grown folks' business.
Yeah.
They say sometimes adults have an understanding that don't nobody else understand. Talking about between a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But between Yahweh Shai being the bridegroom and us being the bride,
right,
that love is based on obedience.
Right.
You see? Not some fuzzy feeling. Right. You see? And when you understand that love is going to bring you through. Just like we read in Revelation 20 and 4.
Yep.
Those that will be headed, that was based on the love that the Lord had for us and the love that we have for the Lord. You see? Because it tells you that if you make it through that, then you're going to reign with Hamashiach.
Right, right. And that's why I had brought this out in my lesson earlier today, that 1 Corinthians, where it speaks about the foolishness of preaching, will save them that might believe. So our love is the action that we making ourselves a spectacle to get delivered. Nobody can break that bind between that man and that woman, which is Yahweh Shai and his bride. You know, why y'all going out there, rain, sleet, snow? We look funny. We get talked about, memes on us. No, well, that's the love that we have for Yahweh Shai, that real love to do that action to get delivered. You know? You got some more?
Yeah, it says, he that feareth is not made perfect in love. You know, and those are the ones that got the coward heart. Those are the ones that's going, when tribulation come, you know, they're going to pretty much, you know, back out. You know, they're going to get afraid, you know, and the Lord ain't dealing with those.
They're going to get offended at the persecution.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? Sirach 2. Yeah, it say in that day, if you fold and you got feeble knees, the Lord not going to defend you that day.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
So as we dive into this series, you're going to see those men that stood stiffly, and then the Lord was with them throughout that whole thing.
That's right.
See, starting with this chapter here.
Let's get it.
You know?
So we're going to get into it concerning Paul, and it says, Paul before the council. Hey, real quick.
Now keep in mind, Paul was locked up. Paul was about to go on trial, right? We don't got to get it right now, but it tells you in Revelation that some of you are going to be cast into prison.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So here's an example of that. So knowing that that's a possibility, here's the example. Here's the trust in the Lord. Here's Paul being protected. You see? And then you got to fast forward that to today, knowing that you're going to have to go through the same thing. And you see, well, Paul believed.
Right.
Paul loved the Lord. Even though Paul might have been afraid, the Lord was with him.
That's right.
If you don't get that out of this lesson, then you're not supposed to.
Right.
You know, I don't know what the fuck else to tell you.
Hey.
We've been going for 23 minutes and we already came up with all the lessons for the next whatever the hell.
Yep. Yep. Like we always do. Yep.
You got it.
Let me real quick, because I got my channel going. Can you brothers hear Elder Yatazak? I just want to make sure y'all hear Elder Yatazak on my channel. Yeah. Check real quick, because I just want to make sure he's heard on mine, because I got my camera on. Say something, Zaquan, real quick.
Testing.
Say something, Zaquan, real quick.
Testing.
Yep,
perfect.
Loud and clear. All right, let's get it.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. We jumping into Acts 23, and it says, Paul before the council. And Paul, earnestly beholding the council, said, Men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before the Most High until this day. And the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth. Then said Paul unto him, The Most High shall smite thee. Thou whited wall, for sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law? And they that stood by said, Revilest thou God's high priest? These niggas was demons.
Now, see, you got that's what I'm saying. You got all this going on with Paul, but at the same time, Paul is, like I say, he's on trial. He's headed to trial. He's already dealt with Jerusalem. Now he's going to be shipped to Rome.
Rome. Mm-hmm.
You see, what was going on back then? Israel had to get Roman authority to execute somebody.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You see, same situation with the Lord. Now, when you read the Gospels and then you read Paul's writings,
mm-hmm.
Paul went through a lot of the same things that Yahushua went through.
Yep.
You see, and you see those similarities as you comb through the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
You got
it. Verse 5. Then said Paul, I wist not, brethren, that he was the high priest. For it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. But when Paul perceived that one part was Sadducees and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, Men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee. Of the hope and resurrection of the dead I am called in question. He used the crowd. That was wisdom.
Yeah, because I believe the Pharisees believed in the resurrection.
Yeah,
the Sadducees, they didn't believe in it.
Now keep in mind. Keep in mind.
He used the crowd.
Paul he's reading the room.
Yep.
Right. He's reading the room. So from the top of the chapter to where we at now, this is Paul rolling in the spirit.
Right.
Right. But then when you jump down to verse 11, Yahushua intervenes. So keep reading.
And when he has, verse 7, and when he had so said, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. And there arose a great cry, and just to make mention, remember Yahushua said, take no thought of what thou shalt say. You know, so through the spirit, Paul recognized the two different sects, and the spirit right there started to play out, because now it's a division. You see, and there arose a great cry, and the scribe that were of the Pharisees part arose and strove, saying, we find no evil in this man. Right. Same thing
with the Lord.
Yep. But if a spirit or an angel have spoken to him, let us not fight against the Most High.
That spirit is Yahushua.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Yahushua has guided Paul. Go ahead.
Right. And when there arose a great dissension, the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled in pieces of them, commanded the soldiers to go down and to take him by force from among them and to bring him into the castle.
Hey, can you hit that red letter?
Yep. Got you. Verse 11.
Now this is the Lord speaking.
And the night followed the Lord. In the night following, the Lord stood by him and said, be of good cheer, Paul. For as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear witness also at Rome. Woo.
Right. Be of good cheer. I'm with you.
I'm with you.
This is where we come in at. This is the stand that we come in.
Yep.
You see? So having that understanding that the Lord is going to be with you in your time of temptation, either you believe it or you don't.
Yep.
You see? Now, you see where the Lord said this?
Yep.
Now we're going to keep reading. A conspirator to kill Paul. You think the Lord didn't know about this conspiracy?
Right.
Let's go, Jim.
He told him I was already with you. Real quick, before I continue, I want to jump and get Matthew 1, because we didn't read that. And I just want to, since we just made mention that the Lord spoke to him, this is Yahushua, man. And this was a part of that prophecy, and this was in Isaiah, that the Lord is going to be with us. Right? So this is Matthew 1:23. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel. All right? Which being interpreted is God with us. Okay?
Right, and the way you say Emmanuel in the Hebrew is Imanawa'Ahla.
Imanawa'Ahla.
Right?
That's right. The Most High is with us, or God is with us. Yahushua is with us. That's a title. It ain't his name. It's a title. And a title is basically what a person's occupation would be. Okay.
You know, Jake will hit you with a Emmanuel by Hashem.
Don't get nobody no ideas.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
That's why I said, hey, his name is Emmanuel, but that's a title. Okay, you gotta understand that's a title. It's gonna play out. He's gonna be with us.
A Christian will tell you his name, Jesus Emmanuel Christ.
That's his middle name. Oh shit, that's his middle name. All right, let's get it. Acts 23 and 11. I'm gonna read this again. And the night followed, the Lord stood by him. And the night following, the Lord stood by him, and said, "Be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear witness also at Rome." Okay. Now, a conspiracy to kill Paul. This is verse 12. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul.
That's what I'm saying. That was Israel that did that.
Yep. That's a conspiracy.
We're gonna go on a dry fast. Yeah, they said we're gonna go on a dry fast until we kill this man.
Mm-hmm.
And all he was doing was telling the truth. You know? So you gotta know that that's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
Bro, Israel is gonna turn us over, Jack.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna rat us out.
Yeah.
They're gonna rat us out. We messing up their bags, so they're gonna rat us out.
Yep.
Just like they did with the Lord when he turned over the tables.
Yep.
Right? They knew that day they was gonna kill him, and he knew it too.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Paul. Paul getting on them niggas for worshiping idols and busting down all them doctrines. Diana of Ephesians and all these different Mars Hill. Paul was chopping down all that shit to the point to where he wanted to kill him.
Yep.
He fucking our money up.
Yep.
Fast forward to today. Them niggas at Great Millstone, the apostles, they messing up the bag.
Yep.
Watch.
Yep.
Watch. The Lord told us these niggas gonna turn into some hoes.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. And what's that precept that say that they damn, it was a commotion. He said that these are the ones that turned the city upside down or something like that. Damn, man. My damn mind, bro. It's in I know it's a so-called New Testament. Man, because you said that they gonna blame us. It says that upward. Let me up. Is it upward? It's something that they said, referring to I think it was Paul, on how he turned the cities upside down or some shit like that. Damn, man. He's
Apostle Paul turned the city upside down. Bible.
It's fucking flesh ain't worth a damn. I tell you that.
Is that Acts 17?
What it say?
Acts 17 and 6 came up. See if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it says.
Oh yeah, how they turned the world up. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yep. Let me get that real quick. Hopefully I'm right about what I'm thinking about. Acts 17 and what?
6.
6.
I can start with a few verses.
Okay.
Verse 1.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
This is Acts 17, verse 1. It says, "Now when they had passed through, and
this is just leaning on to the point that Jake is gonna blame us. Jake is gonna blame the prophets for why all this chaos is coming to this place. And they're gonna try to give us up. You the guys on the corners. Y'all said that, even they gonna get mad about the prophecies that we prophesied. Jacob's trouble, right? The pestilence.
How about this one? We don't hate white people.
Right.
God hates white people.
Right.
He snitched on the Lord.
Yep. He snitched on the Lord. Right. Yep. They gonna try to separate. And it's gonna be Israelites. It's gonna be Israelites, man, who claim to be Israelites. They gonna want to separate. When hell start to break loose, these niggas gonna want to try to separate. All right, which they already trying to separate from us, which is cool, which is fine. All right, this lets us know that we in better standing with the Lord, because He only wants a little sanctuary anyway, a select few. All right.
Yeah.
But you got it. Go ahead.
Acts 17:1, it says, now when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia,
right,
they came to Thessalonica, where was a synagogue of the Jews. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
Yep. And that's what we do. You know, going in on the scriptures. Proving the belief of Yahweh Shema Shai. Go ahead.
It says, opening and alleging that Hamashiach must needs have suffered and risen again from the dead.
Opening and alleging, meaning he was going deep. He was going into the scriptures and basically trying to open up their minds. Okay, opening and alleging, planting those seeds for them to wake up. Go ahead.
And that this Yahweh Shai, whom I preach unto you, is Hamashiach, meaning the chosen.
Yep.
It says, and some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas and other devout Greeks, a great multitude.
Those devout Greeks were Israelites. All right.
And of the chief women, not a few, but the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took
here we go.
It says, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort.
Niggas.
Whole ass niggas.
Yep.
Yeah. And gathered.
Bunch of whole ass niggas.
Yep. And we see them today. And there's more gonna pop out.
Okay.
You got it.
It says, and gathered a company and set all the city on an uproar.
So they set the city in an uproar because of Paul, because they wanted to get at him. That's going. That look, though. Now it may not happen to every camp and on, you know, but it's gonna be situations that each sanctuary is gonna have to face. You know, it's gonna be scenarios that is gonna be people coming up against us. They already doing it, but it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna get to the physical point. All right, go ahead.
And it says, and assaulted the house of Jason.
See?
And sought to bring them out to the people.
Go ahead.
And when they found them...
Hey, and let me say this. For those that believe in this thing, right? And you may not be on the highways and byways. Hey, you going to get tried too. You be on a comic board putting out precepts. For whatever reason, you ain't on the highways and byways. You know, because the Lord does have friends of prophets. Those that give prophets dreams. Those that believe. And then you have the prophets that's doing the actual footwork. But for you online, hey, don't get it twisted. Esau got your IP address. He know what you're looking into. He know what apostles, brothers, scriptures, articles, everything. You gonna get tested too.
Yeah, they got
everybody gonna have to deal with the hour of temptation.
Everybody.
Yes, yeah.
So you ain't gonna skate. This ain't just that damn the prophet's gonna go through that. No, you gonna go through it too. You believe. Right? You gonna face these things too.
Second Ezra 16.
Go ahead, you got it.
And it says, I'll read verse 6 again. It says, and when they found them out, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers. Oh, wait a minute. Acts 17:5, it says, but the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them out, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
Yeah, see, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither. When we just bringing out the scriptures on to convert, be healed, come back, see how about Shemal Shai, that has upset the entire fucking world, man. That vibration has upset people, holidays, birthdays, family feudings, you know, mother and daughter feudings, father and son feudings. Everything in 2024, everything is about right now on how people are separating is off of religion and your opinion, you know, and
means.
Yep, and we are a big part of the separation of this world. We're a big part of. Now I don't celebrate holidays no more, you know. We're a big part of it. I don't go to church no more. We through the Spirit, we are a big part of people questioning what the fuck is going on in the world. So, like I said, turn the world upside down. Y'all were talking about concentration camps, the chip, and all this evil. It's y'all fault that they shutting the cities down. Because don't forget, they going to try to post brothers up as rapists and hate and all that shit, man. Terrorists. Right? So they going to point the finger at us. It's them. I think I seen them walking over here, or you know what? I see them going to that store. You know, I've seen him in this area. There's gonna be people that's gonna turn your family, maybe your rib, maybe your children, depending on what age they are. All right. So this is real, man. The scriptures are true, and these are the things that you got to think about. Consider the scriptures speak about counting the cost. This is about counting that cost. All right?
That's what I'm saying. When you count the cost, eventually, if you're in the Spirit, you're going to understand that the Lord is going to be with you no matter what.
Right.
You know?
That's right. Is there some more on that?
Just a little bit. It says, whom Jason hath received, right? And these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying that there is another king, one Yahushua. And they troubled the people and the rulers of the city when they heard these things. So like you're saying, they even go after the people that is an affiliation with us.
Right.
You know, they might not be out there on the highways and byways, but, you know, they have known to help us out.
Yep.
So that's what it seemed like Jason has done, you know, and they got at him. But, yeah, that's it.
That's it? Okay, we can go back to, hold on.
That's it. Yeah, let's go back to the Pauline writings.
Let's get it. Let's go back to Acts
23.
Yeah, Acts 23. I got it. I stopped at verse 12. All right. The conspiracy. All right. Acts 23 and 12. It says, and when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. And they were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy. And side note, conspiracy only means a breeding together. Men or women coming together and making an agreement and a plan and carrying it out. That's all it is, all right? And they came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great curse, that we will eat nothing until we have slain Paul.
You see? And the Lord, I would say the Lord set all that up.
Yep.
You see? The Lord set all that up. Because Paul already had proven by now that he's a believer.
Yep.
You see? So when the Lord said, look, Paul, I'm with you. We're gonna get you to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then watch how, as we continue to read this chapter, the way the Lord was manipulating all these different things.
Man.
Controlling both sides.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. Now therefore ye with the council signify to the chief captain that he bring him down unto you tomorrow, as though ye would inquire something more perfectly concerning him. And we, or ever he come near, are ready to kill him. These niggas, man. And when Paul's sister's son heard of their lying in wait, just so happened somebody right there and heard it. Come on, man, that was the Lord.
Man, what's that precept? What's that precept where it talk about the bird take the prayers up or something like that? Man,
I know what you're talking about. If you curse the king or something like that.
It's one to talk about how the bird take your prayers up or something like that. But of course, for Paul to be able to hear that, you know what what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
His nephew heard it.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on. That was the Lord, man.
Man.
He went and entered into the castle and told Paul. Then Paul called one of the centurions unto him and said, bring this young man unto the chief captain, for he hath a certain thing to tell him. So he took him and brought him to the chief captain, and said, Paul the prisoner called me unto him, and prayed me to bring this young man unto thee, who have something to say unto thee. Then the chief captain took him by the hand, and went with him aside privately, and asked him, what is that thou hast to tell me? And he said, the Jews have agreed to desire thee that thou wouldest bring down Paul tomorrow into the council, as though they would inquire something of him more perfectly. But do not thou yield unto them, for there lie in wait for him of them more than 40 men, which have bound themselves with an oath, that they will never eat nor drink till they have killed him. And now are they ready, looking for a promise from thee. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Look, man. Paul, they said they're not gonna eat or drink until they kill Paul.
Yep.
Paul on his way to said, don't y'all got to take Paul to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So that would have been a violation of Roman policy.
Yep.
Y'all would have killed him without the trial.
Yep.
You see? So the Lord used their own zeal against them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And hey man, that look, it's people plotting against apostles and brothers right now today.
Oh yeah.
All right. And look, you don't know, the Lord been throwing monkey wrenches, man. You know, hell, even Esau, man, he could be shooting some type of wave gun at the camps, man. You know, we don't know. We don't know what's happening on that other side, but we know that the Lord been protecting us. You know.
Psalms 34:7.
Yep.
Well, the Lord encamp around angels about those that fear him, man.
That's right.
And we're finna see an example right here.
That's right. Verse 22. So the chief captain then let the young man depart, and charged him, see thou tell no man that thou hast shewed these things to me. Paul moved to Caesarea. Verse 23. And he called unto him 2 centurions, saying, make ready 200 soldiers to go to Caesarea. And
that's what I'm saying. That's 200 soldiers.
Man, yo, you 40 niggas ain't getting past that.
Exactly. Go ahead.
See? And horsemen, 70.
That's what I'm saying. 70 horsemen.
And spearmen, 200.
200 spearmen.
Hey, the Lord gave Paul an army.
Yeah, 470.
The Lord gave him an army.
Mercy.
To walk him down.
Just so he could get to Rome to tell the truth.
Man. Set him up with an army. See? At the 3rd hour of the night. And provided them beasts that they may set Paul on, and bring him safe unto Felix the governor.
And bring him safe.
Man.
You see? That's what I'm saying. Yahweh is our safe place.
That's right.
You see? Go ahead.
That's right. And he wrote a letter after this manner, Claudius Lysias, unto the most excellent governor, Felix, sending greeting. This man was taken of the Jews, and should have been killed of them. Then came I with an army, and rescued him, having understood that he was a Roman.
You see
Come
that?
on, man.
You see? Earlier when he said he was a Roman, earlier when he said he was a Roman, he was talking about his citizenship.
Yep.
And based on those laws, right, the Lord put the Spirit on them to use Roman laws to protect the Israelite.
That's right.
You see?
Yep.
Keep going.
And when I would have known the cause wherefore they accused him, I brought him forth into their council, whom I perceived to be accused of questions of their law, but to have nothing laid to his charge worthy of death or of bonds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They mad at him, but he did nothing worthy of death.
Right.
Go ahead.
And when it was told me how that the Jews laid wait for the man, I sent straight wait to thee, and gave commandment to his accusers also to say before thee what they had against him. Farewell.
He said, look, let's make this thing fair.
Yep.
You know? Hey, the man gonna be on trial. The man gonna be on trial.
Yep. Then the soldiers, as it was commanded them, took Paul and brought him by night to Antipatris. On the morrow they left the horsemen to go with him and returned to the castle, who when they came to Caesarea and delivered the epistle to the governor, presented Paul also before him. And when the governor had read the letter, he asked of what province he was. And when he understood that he was of Cilicia, I will hear thee. And he, when thine accusers are also come, and he commanded him to be kept in Herod's judgment hall.
You see, so the Lord set him up. The Lord set him up to be able to be protected so he can get to finish his mission.
That's it.
Because Paul ended up eventually being beheaded, but he still had a job to do first.
He still had a job to do. Just
You
going,
see?
yep. Hey, so the Lord was with him. He said what? He said, be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear us witness also at Rome. And the Lord made good on that word. He got him up out of that harm's way. He delivered him from death, and he got him to Rome.
Yeah.
So he can bear witness. So he can be a witness unto him in Rome. Okay. So that's beautiful, man. That's dope. The Lord gonna be with us, man. And even if we do face death, right? The Lord is gonna. We still have a mission to complete. You know, all the way until death. And you know, let me get this real quick. If you don't got nothing to point.
That was the second. I was saying because Paul he got stoned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got stoned. Saw the spirit world. His spirit left his body.
Yep.
And then he came back. The Lord put his spirit back in his body so he can complete the mission.
That's
You
it.
see? So at the end of the day, Paul, through the spirit, he strived for the truth unto death twice in the same body.
But you got goofy ass Israelites that don't want to accept Paul's writings. Fuck y'all. All right.
Man,
Come on, man. Look what this.
And that's the thing, man.
Niggas.
It say all scripture is given by the inspiration of the Lord. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you get around that.
Because they was probably one of them
right.
40.
You don't.
Yeah, they spiritually discerned, man.
Yeah, niggers are stupid.
Niggers
I
are
bet they won't
stupid.
cut the page for me saying that. I bet they won't give us a strike for me saying niggers are stupid.
Right.
Fuck y'all too, man.
That's right. Real quick, this is 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter. And it's titled, Those Who Died in Hamashiach. Okay? So, like that, like the quote or the intro of Elder Malcolm, those that are risking their lives and freedom to do so. Okay? And if you do get put to death, this is here to comfort you. If you're afraid of death, for you new brothers and sisters, and this is just to exhort us brothers that's been doing this, hey, everything gonna be all good, man. 1 Thessalonians 4:13.
I said when we had a lack of understanding, we was afraid of death too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I make sure I say this all the time, man. I pray that in the time of temptation, in the hour of temptation, the zeal that we have in these videos is increased 100-fold.
Man.
When our lives and our flesh is on the line, man.
Right.
You know, because it's easy to say fuck the chip right now.
Right.
To hell with you devils and all that. You know what I'm saying? So having that understanding that the Lord is going to be with you, it's no matter what, man. And we got examples of that, man. We understand reincarnation. We understand pain. We understand all these things that's coming forth. You see? And the Lord is going to put a spirit on us to not care.
That's right.
He going to put that ultimate man of spirit on us in that day, Lord willing, we those men.
That's right.
And we believe that.
The
And
man
if
of
you
Jacob.
because we believe that shit, you just going to have to be mad.
Yep.
I can't stop believing in the Lord because a nigga mad. That ain't a good enough reason.
Yeah.
You know? A nigga mad, so I'm going to leave the truth. Man, shit. Fuck you in your box, nigga.
That's right. Yep. Hey, this 1 Thessalonians 4:13. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. All right? So he's saying, I don't want you to be ignorant. I don't want you to be naive. Those that have passed. All right? What's is that the end of their story? Nope. It's more to it. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him.
Ooh.
Come on, man.
Either you believe it or you don't.
You gotta believe it.
You got it.
That's it. Hey, he that have an ear, let him hear. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first.
You know what I'm saying? All those men that died in sincerity and truth, man, the Lord gonna bring them up.
Yep.
He gonna bring them back, man.
We got brothers that has passed on and doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have brothers that have passed on doing the work? And we believe that they waiting. You know? For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, in the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. And that's that beam me up Scotty. Alright? That's being that twinkling of an eye. Alright? Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Wherefore comfort one another with these words, man.
That's it.
See,
right there.
This 57 minutes and counting that we've been going into, man, this to glorify the Lord, man, not us.
That's it.
You see? We got to endure to the end, man, and we believe that the Lord is going to be with us.
Mm-hmm.
You see? It said, wherefore comfort one another with these words, man. The Imanawa'Ahla.
That's right.
Right? The Imanawa'Ahla file. The Lord is with us file, man.
That's right.
You see? You got any other precepts?
I don't have any, but we can check the comment board. Get a couple off the comment board.
I had the
You got something?
precepts with the chat that you mentioned earlier.
Okay, you can get those. Let me look at my comment board. I know bros is lighting this.
74.
Say it again.
2nd Ezra 16:74.
2nd Ezra 16. Okay. Let me just pull it up. Second Ezra 16. Go ahead, you can start reading.
All right, 2nd Ezra 16:74, and it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide." Verse 76, it says, "In the guide of them, Salaki, who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord, Yahweh power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves."
Right?
All right.
Got something else?
Daniel 12:1, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time."
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Bro, it's gonna be worse than it have ever been,
man.
since the time of man. And the Lord said He gonna be with us anyway. He gonna be with us while He make it worse on the whole world in the ultimate sense.
Right.
You know, the Lord finna bring punishments to these people, man.
That's right.
Yeah, he says that he will make a full end of the nations, but not Israel. I forget what precept that is. Damn. But finishing up, it says, "And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." Psalm 27:5, it says, "For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion." In the
That's a
In the time
protector.
of trouble. That's what I'm saying.
Protector.
So with all this doom and gloom and destruction that we preaching, that's what I'm saying. They say the Lord gonna bring all that, but He gonna look out for us.
He gonna look out for us.
You see?
And it's gonna get ugly out here.
Yeah. Bro, something that ain't never been seen. We done seen some shit in this flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, and now, even if within this time span, but let's go back. Let's go getting off the ships. Let's go to slavery. Getting off them ships. You know how devastating that was? You know? Let's go to 70 AD. Yeah. Let's go to the abomination and desolation. Let's go to the Greek Empire with Antiochus Epiphanes.
Man.
You see? The Babylonian when we were getting chased.
Yeah.
Yep, the Assyrians.
Yeah.
So you can bottle up all these what you call them, atrocities that has happened to Israel or the world. 9/11, right? That was devastating. That was a devastating moment in history. What about Hiroshima? Right? It ain't gonna be compared to what's gonna take place, and the Lord is gonna send His right hand man, Yahushai's right hand man, Michael, is gonna come and defend us.
That's what I'm saying, bro. All the world wars, bro. All the world wars. It's gonna be the First World War, the Second World War. You know what I'm saying? The Lord finna make that look like a nigga got shot at the club.
Something that ain't nothing.
Yeah, man.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
You know?
You know? So it ain't gonna be compared. You got something else?
Jeremiah 30:11 it says,
Go ahead.
For I am with thee, said the Lord Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. Yeah,
Get Nahum 1:7. You know, this is my favorite right here.
This is Nahum chapter 1 verse 7.
Simple.
And it reads, it says, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
He knoweth them that trust in him. He is stronghold in the day of trouble. So, just like that name, man, that's why it's very important to know the names of the Heavenly Father and His Son. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and are safe.
Yeah.
Okay? So, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. All right? Lord willing, this, you know, you learn from this. You know, this boosts up your confidence, your faith in Yahweh Shem El Shai. The Most High is with us. Yahweh Shai is with us. All right? And Lord willing, we'll do another segment dealing with whatever various prophets who've been through turmoil, and the Lord has got them up out of it. So with that, we'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakradash, double honor side, Apostle Great Millstone, citation to the occupant of four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling, shalom, and a Bible ball.
Shalom.
Let's get it.
I'm Imanawa'Ahla files.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, let's get it.
Alright, we're good.
Go. Oh, shit. Call all y'all about my shot. I got to exit on this one. I damn near forgot. Shalom. Folks, Drake started saying some crazy shit.